lovely second graders. I'm Miss Lewandowski and I'm back this week to teach us some more math. So this week we're learning a new skill, and this skill is called finding area. Okay? We are going to go over a PowerPoint that I made, and we're going to talk about area and different ways to find area. But before I dive into that, I just want to go over quickly, what does area mean? All right, I'm going to go over it a little more in our PowerPoint, but before we even start, I just want to show you what area is, okay? So area is the space that is inside of a 2D shape, okay? For example, if I have this lovely triangle right here, if I was wanting to find area, or its area, I would be looking for how big is this space that's inside of the shape, okay? So throughout today's lesson, we're going to figure out ways to find how big that space inside of a shape is, okay? So I'm going to switch right on over to this nice PowerPoint we have right here. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be exploring area and figuring out how to find how big that space within a shape is, okay? So looking at this slide, I know there's a lot of words, but I'm going to say everything that's on the slide, so all you have to do is listen, okay? So area, like I said, is the amount of space inside of a shape. Like I said, our triangle right here, it's how big it is inside of a shape, okay? So you can measure how big that space is using different units, is what we call them, okay? A unit is basically just a smaller shape that you can use to measure the inside of something. So for example, we're going to use a triangle as our unit to measure today. So one triangle like this equals 1 unit. Okay, so units, just like how we were measuring in inches and things like in feet and yards, units are just a different way to measure something. Okay, so our units today are these triangles. So if I was trying to find the area of this shape right here, I would just count its number of units. Okay, so we have a hexagon right here, a hexagon because it has 6 sides. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to count up how many units I see in this shape. All right, so count with me. Ready? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 units, or our little triangles, because that's what we're using for our units. So I have 6 units in the hexagon. So the area of this hexagon would be 6 units because it takes 6 units to fill up the inside of that shape. All right? Okay. So far, so good. Stay with me so we can get a little bit of a better understanding as we go on. Okay. Looking at this, these are just some more example problems. So like I said, if we're still using our triangle as our unit to measure, okay, you can look at different shapes and see how many units each shape is. So if I have this nice looking rhombus over here, I see I have 1, 2 triangle units. So I know the area is 2 units, okay? We got another hexagon here, but it's the same thing we just did on the last slide. We count up how many triangle units we have, okay? So we counted them up. We have 6 units in our hexagon because it takes 6 units to fill up the inside of my shape, okay? Same thing we have over here, all right? You might recognize this shape because we talked about our quadrilaterals and triangles weeks prior. So if you remembered that this shape was a trapezoid, give yourself a double pat on the back. Good job, good memory. Okay, looking at our trapezoid right here, we see that 3 triangles take up the inside of that shape. So our area of this trapezoid would be 3 units. Okay, moving on over here. Like I said, So you actually don't just have to use triangles as your unit to measure. You can use anything that fits evenly inside of a shape. Okay? So for example, let's use a square now as our unit to measure. Okay? So this is going to be our unit, our square unit. Okay? Like I said, units is just another way to measure something, just like our feet and inches, that kind of thing. A unit is just a way to measure. Okay? So if I have this rectangle right here, and I want to measure the area or how many units it is, okay? I want to find its area or the space inside of the shape. All I have to do is count up how many units I have, okay? How many square units. So count with me real quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know that the area of the rectangle is 8 units. I know this because I counted 8 squares inside of my rectangle. Okay? So that was just our mini lesson on area. It's just introducing you guys or getting you used to using it. In our assignment today, you are going to be looking at different shapes and you are going to be finding their area. Okay? You are going to be using our triangle units to find area. So remember, one triangle equals 1 unit. Okay? You might have to look at the directions in the problem because it might give you different units to measure. Okay? If you still have questions, reach out to me or your teacher and I will help you out. But good luck on your assignment. You guys are so smart. I know you can do it and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.